We take a look at Thursday night's town council meeting on this episode of Barnstable Today. It's Friday, October 5th, 2012. I'm Sarah Colvin. First up at town council last night, the council recognized American Legion Post 206's baseball team for winning the state baseball championship. Past post commander Mort Sable spoke, followed by coach Sean Walsh.
Has done an excellent job of getting his team to be the state champions in baseball. We won't even talk about the Red Sox, because we have a championship team right here. But I'd like to say that we are so proud, finally, to have won this thing. Most of these ball players are Barnstable High School kids. Their parents have helped in raising money. We've helped with giving them money to get there. And they had the championship game up in Old Orchard Beach, Maine, and they came very close to winning the national championship, except for 12 innings, which I'm sure the coach will talk to you about.
As you see, we have the trophy that's been around since 1925 in American Legion in Massachusetts, and for the first time in 82 years, we get to put our name on it. We join the likes of Brockton and Braintree and New Bedford and some of the great all-time American Legion teams. The thing I'm most proud of our 17 players, that we have 9 players currently in college. We received, I added it up the other day, almost $500,000 in scholarships, mainly academic. The biggest thing for me was that we had all honor roll students, except for maybe one, and that's a big point of pride for me personally. We were 26-4-1, and I'd just like to clarify that in addition to the monies given to us in support from the American Legion Post, the players raised all the money to support the team.
Next up, another positive note. Paul Bagnell, Shellfish Constable of Edgartown Martha's Vineyard, also president of the Massachusetts Shellfish Officers Association, was before the council to bestow an honor upon our shellfish officer, Doug Calwait.
Massachusetts Shellfish Officers Association is a 501c3, and we exist for the coastal communities of Massachusetts. We hold quarterly meetings, which we do ongoing education and peer networking. At our annual association meeting in March, we elected Douglas Calwait Shellfish Constable of the Year. This is for 2011. We have our convention in March, and we like to kind of let things settle out during the summer because we're all busy. So we're here to present the award tonight. With me is Conrad Kaya, Gary Sherman, and Mark Alkowski, all from the Cape and the Islands. So if we could get Doug up here. It would really take me 2 hours to list all his accomplishments. My God, I was still in high school when he still started working. I asked if I could embarrass him by mentioning him that he has been working for the town for 40 years. And as we all know, shellfishing is an integral part of the livelihood of a lot of people on the island and the Cape, and as well as part of our tourist economy. People in my town literally plan their summer vacations around when certain shellfishing areas are open. I think what a lot of people don't recognize is it doesn't happen on its own anymore. Towns really have to shepherd over their shellfishing. They have to have multifaceted programs, seeding, relaying. It's a constant effort in keeping areas open due to bacterial contamination. And over the years, I can imagine your job has grown exponentially. And the town is really lucky to have such an employee that's dedicated for so long. So without further ado, I think I've embarrassed you enough?
Quite, yes.
Okay. We gave him a little plaque for the office, but we'd like to present you with this trophy for your mantle at home.
Thank you very much.
And it's well-deserved. Doug has certainly supported our organization a lot over the years, and the shellfishing in the town of Barnstable is a lot better off due to his stewardship. So
Thank you very
congratulations.
As I said, it's really nice to be recognized by your peers, and that means a lot. And I'd simply like to say that I wouldn't be here without the fantastic, dedicated staff I have between the shellfish program and the natural resource program. And I might add the town has been a huge support of all of our programs, many volunteers. I can't thank everyone enough. Again, like I said, I wouldn't be here without the support of the town and all of the staff that I currently have. Again, thank you very much.
Next up, Assistant Town Manager Mark Ells presented an update from the Cape Cod Water Protection Collaborative and outlined that organization's desire for input from local leadership.
I'm your representative on the Cape Cod Water Protection Collaborative. It certainly started way back with a lot of technical committees looking regionally at how we might deal with some of these water resource issues, and it's evolved into, I think, in late 2005 and into 2006, the creation of the Cape Cod Water Protection Collaborative. The chair of the collaborative, now that we're into this several years, is looking back at the strategies that we have, the priorities that we have, and doing a review, and wants to know whether we're still heading in the right direction and we're still getting the information regionally that our communities want. So the chair of the Cape Cod Water Protection Collaborative has tasked each of the representatives on the collaborative to go back to our respective communities and to discuss issues most important to either their boards of selectmen or, in our case, town council, and then to provide input through me, your representative, back to the governing board so the governing board can compile a list of these priorities.
And finally, the council opened a public hearing on plans to spend $135,000 in community preservation funds to renovate the Hyannis Public Library. Community Preservation Committee Chair Lindsay Council outlined the project.
The Ora A. Hinckley Building, named after the first full-time librarian, was constructed sometime between the Otis Loring House, predating 1833, in the era of oil lamps, and facing Main Street, and the Eagleston Wing, constructed in 1939. The complex is within the, quote, municipal group National Historic Register District, and combined with the nearly original post office, the preserved Old Town Hall, the newly restored Normal School Town Hall, and the reconstructed Asa Burse House makes an important contribution to the character and scale of the district. The restoration of the building is consistent with the Secretary of Interior's standards, and the proposed project is fully supported by the Hyannis Main Street Waterfront Historic District Commission. The preservation work includes document preparations, site work, building construction, sill replacements, window work, painting, trim, new storm windows, and rebuilding the chimney. Preserving truly historic buildings, such as the Ora A. Hinckley Building, maintains a livable, historically authentic, and vibrant seaside community in downtown Hyannis. This is an important project. It's been in our queue for over 4 years. It was the first project that we actually brought in our own consultant working for the town to review the condition of the building. The original condition by the library group was to repair some windows and do some obvious exterior work. It was clear to me when I reviewed the site that there was much more work to be involved to actually preserve the building. Hyannis has literally grown up around this building if you walk over there today. You can see new sidewalks that have raised the grade over there. The sidewalk out front is a good about 2 feet higher than the building itself. And as a result, water was pouring into the sills and the foundation. So what really needed to happen was to peel back some of the old landscape, remove some trees there, install a drainage system, rebuild the sills, shore up those sills so they would be able to take the replaced windows and the storm windows that will go with them. So it was a much more complicated project than we first looked at. But I think it's a good restoration on a good building. It actually dates from 1750. It's an important fixture in downtown Hyannis, and I think it'll really set off that area rather nicely.
Several members of the community spoke in support of that project. Town Council voted unanimously to spend the funds to repair the library. Council also approved several appointments and reappointments to boards, committees, and commissions. They went into executive session to discuss litigation and did not enter back into public session. The council meets next on October 18th with Barnstable Today. I'm Sarah Colvin.